Hi everyone, this is Mich and my sister Masherie, and she's the one who lost her husband, unfortunately, but give God thanks that she's standing so strong. I'm gonna miss her. So anyways, this is just the departure video, so we're leaving now, so just gonna let you see us leaving, right? There's my suitcase going in the back. She's loading up, and she's a strong girl. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna take you with us. So here, my laptop bag and stuff. Sorry guys, I got distracted. That's the neighbor. Okay, so we have to lift that. Lift that. Lift it up. Okay. Yeah guys, so I think my top is falling off. So by the way, we're going to the beach, and the reason why we're going to the beach is because I didn't get to do that earlier. So we're gonna go this morning, and then we're gonna go to the airport. It's getting very sunny, so excuse my crooked hat. It got messed up when we were in Newfoundland, and I've been battling with it ever since, but it's all good. So she's gonna drive out, and gonna show you around in the neighborhood, and hopefully you'll enjoy what we have to show you. And by the way, I got my hair done by the girl named Jingles. That was very nice of her. She did an amazing job, and I just love it. It's so nice, and I will definitely come to. I wish I could take her with me sometimes to Jamaica, to Canada, so I can get my hair done whenever I want. She's amazing. It took 6 hours, but I'm good. I wanted to have the Jamaica feel when I left and went back to Canada, although it's winter, but it's all good. So my sister is heading out. Yeah, so drive out, my sister. And now I'm gonna lock the gate. So this is the gate. I'm having difficulty. See, I'm not used to this, so. And then get this done over. Yeah, she had to come and help me because I'm not used to locking the gate, so. Yeah. You have to be careful with the curb. See how close you are to the curb? Yeah. It's very hot. It's like 31 degrees outside. Feels like maybe 32 right now, but that's all good. It's locked. Okay, we are ready to go. Yeah, so it's been quite a day. Just want to make sure I have all my stuff. Got my passport and everything. So this is the community. It's beautiful here. And I need to put my seatbelt on. It's a nice two-story What is that, a home or apartment? Yeah, that's a huge house. Nice. And in the distance, you can see some houses being built. My tap is falling off. It's just not working well. What's that empty land for? Oh, soccer and stuff? Okay. And then we have some apartments coming up. This is New Kingston, by the way. New Kingston is a very nice aristocratic place. You can see all the nice high-rise buildings. Very beautiful. And here we have some other nice apartments. How many people are in each? Oh, and they have a gated community right here. So it's really, really nice. And then in the background, you can probably see because it's very hilly here, so you can actually see the hills coming down the stretch. And we're making a left turn. And then you can see in the distance a nice gated, again, property. Okay, it's beautiful here. You can see all the gates, very nice. Very nice. And here we have something over here too. And in the distance you can see different properties, how they're set up. Or we're going to be going into some traffic. So that's it for the gated community. We're just gonna go down. Where are we going? We're going Waterloo Road. It's called Waterloo Road, and basically what it is, it's
Past the Canadian High Commission.
where are we going?
We're gonna pass the Canadian High Commission.
Yeah, for those is that the embassy? So we're gonna pass the Canadian High Commission, and there's a Mega Mart, which is right there, and it's good that it's at the corner, so it's walking distance from the house. And in Jamaica, it's similar like in Brampton. You have to be aggressive in driving. You can't assume. You just have to just get out there and push your head out and just try to drive. Oh, this guy's letting us in. Thank you. So, you know, it's courtesy to, instead of just wave, you bump your horn a bit, you know, and show that the gratitude for letting you in, because you know what, you'll be sitting there for hours if someone doesn't let you in, because the traffic is very tight, as you can see. Lots of traffic. And there's a pharmacy, Fontana Pharmacy. They sell like groceries and stuff there too, right? Yeah. And you can see the license plate. You see how the kind of why does some have like just, what are the letters, what do they stand for? So that's a commercial vehicle?
Yes, this one is a commercial.
That's a commercial vehicle. When it's P, it's for passengers.
Yes.
And then the regular numbers is just a regular person that doesn't carry goods or people. Or, you know, or designed for like the company vehicle. So that would be a company vehicle. That's why it has a C. And it's basically for commercial use, where the goods or services rendered. And then the other vehicles that don't just have numbers are for just regular persons. So here we have the Canada Embassy. Wow, that's the Canada Embassy, folks. So that's where people get their visas and stuff. Right here, you have to drive through that gate and then go there. That's what I did years ago. It's been many moons. So it was a long time. Okay, so now we're gonna go up what's called Devon Road. And Devon Road is really nice because you have all the parks and stuff. What is that here?
Coconut Industry Garden.
So coconut industry, and as you know, coconut is a big thing here. And I did get my jelly coconut. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. I enjoyed it immensely. It was, you know, it's one of those things I yearn for. You know, when I come to all the tropical countries, whether I go to Jamaica or Florida, I always try to get my coconut. And here we have a police car. There we go. And in front of us is an ambulance. You can hardly hear it, let alone see it. It's a small little vehicle, but it's all good. And we have the Kingsway Manor and what is that, Dunreath Mews. So all of these are like, you know, houses, apartments, different things like that, where people have, you know, properties inside, and they're gated communities, as you can see. And people, you know, feel secure in their environment. So I guess that would be probably, I don't know, would it be remote control gates? Yeah, they're remote control gates. So only if you have the remote in your vehicle, you'll be able to access the property. So yeah, I mean, people live really nicely here. I mean, well-to-do people, that is. And a lot of people are really doing well, I must say. The economy seems to be okay for the most part. I don't really think there's a lot of violence lately. And I don't know if it's because of the season, but it seems much better than years ago. I remember when I was a child, there were so many violence and gangs and stuff, but I don't see or hear anything, and I feel safe. I'm here and I've not experienced anything since I came. And we've been throughout, you know, the city, but primarily more in the suburban and urban area. So it's really not that, you know, terrible in terms of what you might experience. But I must say that there are areas that are not that good, which happens everywhere in the world. We all have the ghetto areas where people don't live well and they live, you know, poorly. I remember when I went to Italy, that was one of the experiences I had. Downtown Italy in Rome, you know, people were living in the parks. So you can have that anywhere you go. So it's not about where you go, it's or where you are. It's just about within that country, you have to be safe, because there are always areas that are not that pleasant and probably violent. So with that said, here is the traffic, and it's very slow. Here's some other gated community. Like I said, the P stands for passenger, so this is a passenger vehicle. So passenger vehicles can look like small vehicles, regular vehicles. It may not necessarily look like the typical bus that we know about. You know, in Canada we have taxis, the buses, and also taxis or Uber. They have Uber here too, guys. I thought there was no Uber here. I think somebody was mistaken. They told me, oh, there's no Uber. But I found out there is the possibility of getting transported by Ubers. But I don't know what the cost is for that. When you compare it to, like, you know, passenger vehicles such as this, which is like a taxi. I don't know, but it's all good. And I think a lot of people, you know, they make good money, I would say, because people tend to want to be moving around in the city, and sometimes it's better to drive, not to drive, but to take a cab or taxi or whatever. And this is the famous Devon House. So Devon House is like a park where you go and you can eat ice cream. I remember one time I went there and I had grape nut ice cream. It could be in one of those areas there that you're looking at in the distance. And people, especially lovers, people like that, they go there to chill and you know, have dates and so on. So it's really nice. It's a big property, maybe 1 kilometer in length and maybe width as well. So it's quite a big property. And as you can see, some people are tending to the grounds in the distance. It's really cool that they're actually, you know, always making sure that the grounds are kept well. And that's one thing I noticed. You see how nice the lawn looks, well manicured, and the plants are strategically placed, and you have the palm trees and everything. So nice, beautiful. And there we have it, Devon House. Yeah. And so we're on, and that's St. Andrew's Hospital. Is that where it is? Memorial Hospital? Yeah, that's the hospital. That's what at one point. So it's not that far from the home. And in the distance you can see, is that Blue Mountains over there? Already. Yeah, that's Blue Mountain all the way down in the distance. I never got a chance to go, but probably next time. What is that? Is that the Circus Square?
Over there. Suarez.
Oh yes, I did hear about the circus on the radio. So the circus came to town, guys. And by the way, look at Domino's Pizza. We do have Domino's Pizza. By the way, guys, there's everything here. There is Domino's Pizza. There's even Starbucks, okay? I mean, and there's Krispy Kreme donut as well. Everything you can think of in North America, you can almost find it here. And I was really taken aback because, you know, when I left a long time ago, as a matter of fact, I've not been here for about 8 years now. And so many things have changed. The place is so developed, and it's just amazing how you can have access to all the things. So even though you're in a tropical country, you don't miss, you know, certain things that you would normally like to have. Or if you don't want to have those things, you can just have the local food. But if you miss your local food, you can still have your Krispy Kreme donuts. You can have your Starbucks coffee. Do you have Tim Hortons here too? No. Sorry guys, no Tim Hortons.
If it is, it's down in Montego Bay.
And if it is, my sister said it's in Montego Bay. So likely the tourist area will have all those things. So here is the Suarez Circus Group. That's what they are down there. See that? The Suarez tent. See all of that stuff there. So they're right in a strategic place there. So I think my sister is going to take my nephew there. He's going to have a lot of fun. So here we go. We're getting closer to it. It's really nice to have circus events, especially for the kids. And now that school is going to be out soon, this is the perfect timing. So families can go and have a really nice time. And by the way, guys, I'm looking on the screen and it's saying water, W-A-T-A. Okay, here we go. So I don't think you enter here, but you can actually see the sign. I think you enter over to the other side, maybe here, or maybe around the other side, maybe. Yeah. So we're merging into traffic because something might have happened here.
Accident.
Oh, guys, look. I don't know how that ended up happening. It looks like somebody was going on the side of the road, or probably got pushed there. Oh my gosh, poor soul. What is this here?
King's house.
King's house, guys. King's house. So what is this? What is the purpose of King's house again?
I think it's the Governor General's
Home?
yeah, residence.
So from what I heard, is the Governor General's home. So, and all of this property is part of it, like the whole thing. Guys, you see how big it is? Acres and acres of land. Well, I would say wasted land, because there's nothing. I don't see any, not even any life
They
form.
use it like to do concerts and stuff. Open air concerts and stuff.
So meanwhile, the
That's
Governor
TGIF.
General is there?
TGIF.
Oh, yes, TGIF. I see that more in the States though, Buffalo and stuff. I don't really see it much in Canada. I do see it down, maybe I think TGIF is in, I think it's in Niagara Falls. President Lounge. So this is a lot of coverage, guys, with all the different places. Medallion Hall Hotel, nice place. Is this Lady Musgrave Road?
Yeah, where you went the other day.
Yeah, so this is Lady Musgrave Road. It's really and I mean, I
This is where
remember,
you went.
what was this again?
Crew bar.
Oh, oh yes, I went to the there was a place called Crew Bar and Grill, and I went out with my school friends from class of '89, so it's been years. We graduated high school. Can you imagine, guys? I graduated high school in '89, but that was just grade, what is it, 10? No, not 10, 11. And then you do grade 12 and 13 for 2 more years and you graduate again. So grade 12 and 13, grades 12 and 13, those are just extra years. If you want to go to university, you can go back to school to do that. But if you just want to go to college, you can graduate at grade 11, and then you just go straight to college. But I wanted to go to university, so I went to grade 12 and 13. And also, well, grade 12 and 13 was when you did co-ed, because in grades 7 to, is it grade 7? Grade 7 to 11, you're going to like a girls' school, which you don't get a chance to interact with the boys. So one of the motivation is to do well so that you can go to grade 12 and 13, and now you're mature enough to interact with the boys. So unfortunately, that was my life. We weren't allowed to talk to boys. We weren't allowed to have classes with them or anything. So but that's all right. I turned out well regardless of that. So here we go. We're still driving down Lady Musgrave Road. And here is Glen V. Broomfield Resource Foundation Center. It looks like the foundation needs some work. And here's, what is this, an apartment building or business?
I think it's business. Building.
Yeah, it looks like a business. It says NRCA Environmental Permit License. Okay, so those are the people who gave the license. What does it say here? Coming soon. So that's what it's gonna look like when it's done. As I draw closer, then you'll see what I mean. So the men are hard at work and everything is done by brick. So what is LBC? What is that? So it's gonna be 4 floors. Stores. It says stores, mall stores.
So
It's like a little small mall. Yeah. So that's what it's gonna look like, guys. Beautiful. It's gonna be a nice touch to the environment. So was this an open land or did they break it down to do it?
They broke down a property that was there.
Oh, so they demolished a property. So it's retail stores that's gonna be there. So already people have to sign up if they want to lease the property. Yeah, so here we go. In the distance you probably can see, is that Red Hills or Blue Mountain? That's probably Red Hills, right?
No, not Red Hills. Probably closer to Beverly Hills or Long Mountain.
Okay, so my sister said Beverly Hills. So we do have Beverly Hills here too, guys. It's not just in the States. Somehow I don't know why Beverly is such a aristocratic name. It's just interesting. I have an aunt, her name is Beverly as well. And for some reason, Beverly Hills just feels like, wow, you're at some place that is really awesome. And of course, because it's hilly, you get to see the top of the city. So a gentleman is begging, and my sister is going to give him some money.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Sometimes it's, when you see people, your heart is touched with compassion and you try and help. And she's not just doing it for the camera. She's a very benevolent person. My sister is, sometimes she goes out of her way and does things for people. And, I really commend her for that, because, you know, it's not always just to think about yourself, it's also think about other people who are less fortunate, and you know, try your best to help others, because we never know when our day is going to come when we are less fortunate. So we always must, you know, consider others, as the Bible says, esteem others higher than ourselves. You know, it's very important. So I really appreciate that. And I would say we come from a very benevolent family. My mom was very benevolent as well. I didn't understand why she would do the things she did. She would help others, and even when people were not nice to her, people were mean to her, she still helped them. And I asked, Mom, why would you do that after they treated you so poorly? And she said, this is what is required. This is what the Bible says. So, you know, I must commend my mom, and my dad too went out of his way to help others. So we learned from a young age that we must help others. And we were talking about this morning. For those who you know, are in power or have power to do certain things, then you have a great responsibility, right? With power comes great responsibility. So it's if you have the opportunity to give, then give. And here is the view, guys. Look at that. That is so nice. You get to see the view of the background. Look at these houses. So nice. And you're actually seeing, look at that, all the way down in the background. Beautiful. And we're even coming through an area where it is so nice. How come is it a four-way stop?
Yes, it is.
But people just drive whoever wanted. Guys, you know, a friend of mine who lives in India, she said when she went to India, she didn't know that there were stop signs. You know why? Because a four-way stop, you think that people would stop when they reach and then allow the person who was there before to go. But a while ago, I witnessed a bike, 3 vehicles going left,
So that's Beverly.
and didn't even stop. Okay, so here we go, Beverly Hills. That's it over there. It's so nice to see. Look at that. Look at all those properties. You can see it from this side. Look, great. Little retreat. Look at that in the background. So nice.
Beverly Hills is coming down this side though.
Well, we know that Beverly Hills cannot be part of the plane, so we just wanted to show you a bit of what it is. And there what is that over there? Statins? What's that? Stanton's?
Business, like
Oh,
shops. Small shops where people have their business.
okay. So you're getting to see.
We're going past the National Stadium.
Wow. So what is this hill over this side?
I don't know. I don't know if it's Mount View or anything like that. I'm not sure. So that's the National Stadium.
And there we have it, guys. This is where Merlin, Ati, Usain Bolt, all these guys, they train at the National Stadium. And I remember I used to go there as a child, but when I was in high school, maybe a couple times, but I never had a privilege because I was not a track and field star, so I didn't have any reason to go there. Mostly people who are track and field stars, or probably supporters, and I don't have any track and field stars in my family really, so didn't have the opportunity to do that. But anyways, so we're on Mountain View Avenue, so probably that's Mountain View. Probably that's Mountain View. It will likely be Mountain View. And that's the stadium in the background. You can see it. Yeah. And you see all those lights that are visible. Those vertical lights, those are the lights that lights up the area so the guys can see when they're running and doing their tracks. That's the National Stadium. I don't think we have any more stadiums, do we? That's the only one.
We have
Right?
multi-purpose social housing.
Okay, so I found out there's other stadium in Trelawney, which is a parish on the west side of Jamaica, more west, like
Northwest.
yeah, north and more west. So that's where they have other stadiums. Yeah, so that's kind of the drive, and I'm gonna take you down so you're gonna see the rest of the journey. High school over there. It's called Excelsior High School. And then next to it there's a community college. No, not that area that you just saw. That's just some areas that were not developed properly. So yeah. So we're driving. What's the name of the street now? Yeah, Mountain View Avenue. And Avenue is so long. They don't have that in. Yeah, so
Getting sexy, buddy.
so in Jamaica they have what is called Caribbean Examination Council, which is something that we took when we were in elementary school, so up to grade 5. So up to grade 5, in Canada we call it elementary school, but in Jamaica we call it primary school. So basically what it is when kids prepare for high school. And high school starts at, well, back in the days when I was in high school, it started at grade 7. So you have like 3 chances or so to take that the CXC, which is the Caribbean, yeah, CXC, which is Caribbean Examination Council.
No, man. It was common entrance.
But that's what it's called. That's
But we took CXC at grade 11.
Oh, the CXC is grade 11. Oh my goodness, I'm mixing everything up. So let me start over. So common entrance was the exams that you took in order to get to high school, which
Right.
was from elementary school, aka primary school, and you had the opportunity to do it in grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. After grade 6, if you didn't pass that common entrance, then you weren't able to go to like a high school of your choice. You would have to go to maybe a secondary school, like maybe a local secondary school. And when you pass the common entrance, you have the option to select a school, and based on your grades you'll go to a school of your choice, as well as it could be a prestigious school that would reflect the kind of performance that you required. Now with regards to grade 11, remember I said before that you had the opportunity to graduate at that time. So CXC, which is the Caribbean Examination Council, they had the classes that were available, or sorry, the exams that would give you the opportunity to determine what your performance would be at that level, and that will determine what you would do next. You could go to like a college, and even you could go to some of the, like maybe a community college or what, you know, something of that nature, and then probably you could even take courses after that, and then you could probably end up in university. Now if you want to go directly from high school to university, you will go back for 2 more years, and you would take advanced examinations. What was that called again? Advanced level, so A level.
GCE,
right?
level.
So that was it was through the UK. So you couldn't really just do it locally in the Caribbean or Jamaica. You would do it through the UK, which I did.
Cambridge.
And I did. It was called the Cambridge examinations. And so they would mark your paper and then send back the report to you, and then you would determine what your performance would be, and then that would take you to university. And that's what my sister and I, well, yeah, that's what both of us did, and we were successful. We were very successful with that. And one of the things you want to do is to get distinctions, which we also got, because that will determine which university you go to. Anyway, so they still have the CXC, and I think they probably have other stuff too, but now they don't do the common entrance anymore. They have what you call PEP, PEP, and what does that stand for?
Primary exit profile.
So primary exit profile. So what they do a consolidation of your grades between grade 4, 5, and 6, and then you will start your high school at 7, which is why I said high school starts at 7. Yeah, at grade 7. So in Canada, however, we start high school at grade 9, and then you have like 2 stages. So you go to elementary, which is from grade 1 to grade 5. Then you do what was the other one called? Elementary. Then you go to middle school, and middle school is from grade 6, 7, and 8, and then from there you go to high school. This guy is peeing on the roadside. Naughty boy. Anyways, that was a little bit of plug-in. And here we have the Jamaica Emancipation sign. This was in August, so they just had it there still. Yeah, so it's been great in terms of, my experience with high school here, and getting my education. It made me, shaped me who I am today, into who I am today. So I am very grateful for that. I think if I didn't have that, I probably would be different. So I was very disciplined in my studies. Yes, I did. I wasn't disciplined for my entire high school experience, but I learned along the way. Maybe by grade 10, I started buckling up, and then I started doing better. So I'm going to show you. So what is this hill now? So we're not sure what the hill is, but one thing we know, I remember coming down this road over time, my younger years, and especially when you're going towards the airport, this is where you go. And I think they do bauxite here too, right? They cut out part of the mountain or the hill.
But this is a cement factory down here.
Yeah, they cut out part of it to make cement, because they don't they make cement from gravel and stuff. See, they use that area. They cut out all of that. So all of that they've been cutting out because they use it for the factory. Which I did see similar things in Newfoundland. They had like different, what they call it, like those stones. And they cut from there and provide for granite and all that. Like I saw a lot of that, and it's interesting to know that all of that came from the natural earth, the natural environment, So when we see things that we have and we utilize it in our homes, don't forget that it came from the earth. And people say that there's no creator, but that's another story, because somebody had to create all of these things that we're using, and now we're recreating them. We're using them as resources to make other products in our homes. And cement, of course, is a big thing in Jamaica, because a lot of the buildings are made by cement blocks, which is formed by this in like rectangular shapes, and then you put the steels inside the holes. For those persons who are from the Caribbean, that's how they make them. Not like in Canada, like bricks. We don't do that here. We make cement blocks here in Jamaica, and then those are what lay the foundation and enhance the property. And on another note, because of the way in which our environment is, in terms of lots of rain, and also another thing is the hurricanes and stuff like that. The edifice has to be sturdy and be able to withstand all these kind of environmental external factors like the rain and so on. So if you don't have a good foundation or building structure, you will be sitting outside, or wake up in the morning and you're outside. So like zinc and wood, and some of those are not sturdy enough, they'll leak because it's a lot of rain. And even the roads here have been tremendously disrupted and damaged because of the rain. So they have a lot of work to do. So here we have some buildings. It's called the Seascape, and we're going down the stretch. Seashore place. Wiki Waki. And here's our roundabout area. Is that way to the airport? Okay. Maybe you want to stop on the side and find it. Harbor view to that Yellow Bridge. So is this
Wiki Waki.
Is this called
Wiki Waki.
Melanie sent it to us. So, did I say that I'm going to the beach this morning? Well, that's why I'm wearing my bathing suit. Before I go to the airport. I know I'm probably crazy. So my sister is looking for the beach. I think Melanie said it was Wike. Did you find it? Yeah. So we're gonna go to the beach, and I'm just gonna enjoy a few minutes of it. So we'll show you what it looks like. But anyway, guys, so that's it for today in terms of this video. I hope you learned something more about Jamaica and see the sights in the Kingston area. Really nice environment and nice.
West on Real Avenue.
So it's been really fun showing you guys around. And as always, we say, let's keep it real. Bye.